Lace up the shoes, chase W's.
Now what I do?
Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league, most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow! Arcelani! Trash! That's trash! Shit! Attack! 80 weapon! 80 weapon!
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Tighten up! Tighten up! Tighten up! Hey, go going.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Oh, he's got to go. Early in this one. That's the Shady McCoy. That's vintage right there, right? Breaking tackles, creating explosive runs. And if they don't take care of this early, look out. This guy's going to have a big day.
You know where he got that nickname Shady, by the way?
I know you're going to educate me on it. Help me out.
Mama gave him that name when he was a youngster.
And if Mama named him Shady, we're going to call him Shady.
Absolutely.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Roby, the ex-Buckeye, with a corner blitz and the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 22. Out of the gun, Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw is Watson. Completes it to Miller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets him up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. On 2nd and a couple, Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Yellow, 180.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. mac-bean905's with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. Yeah, I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. From the red zone now, Watson. It's complete. Stills. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson looks to throw again. That escapes the sack, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, here's Watson looking for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Slam! 66. Bullet high.
A very good gain on first down. 9 yards on the dump-off.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
At the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Mahomes. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Number 53. Double dog. That's the way. Slam.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now it's Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Hey, Ripley. Check 20.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
You gotta love everything about that run, except for maybe a couple of things. You gotta wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing, the fantasy football guys, they are not too happy that he went out of bounds there instead of trying to get into the end zone.
They'll run it with Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. and they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Watson. Buying time to his left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. He's got Fuller. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
First down, Texans.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march off another 15 against your squad.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The sack comes from Anthony Hitchens.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. 3rd and long. It's Watson. Forced out to his left. Finding fouls complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Watson. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, You're only going to fool them for a second or so, and guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play. Hey, check right, check right. Hey, Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday, on Sunday.
This is Breida. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. To throw, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
But that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Miller, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A gain of 13 yards.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
50's the money. Hey, get in line. Check, crouch. 50's the money.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Houston.
Let's be set. 19. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down to the 27-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Yellow. Safety's creeping.
22 attempts.
Here's Breida. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Big gap.
15. Hey, let's go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. And the kick by Butker is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Pretty good results here on the 1st down run as he takes this forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. From just shy of midfield, Watson. His throw incomplete. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it's 3rd and 4. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
To throw is Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he's got room. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4.
Check the backer, check the backer. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
They run with Breida.
Go, 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 run.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Now it's Breida. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Butker able to put this one through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
53 at the line. All right, T, let's go.
Watson throwing on 3rd and long. Going deep here for Stills. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by the rookie from UVA, on Thornhill. He was looking that time for Stills. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
15. Hey, 57, 57.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
Easy. Whip.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Matt Breida with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 23 yards on the play.
And the Texans first down.
In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. A first down carry now for Miller. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Watson now to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Watson on 3rd down. Dancing to his left. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A big spot now for the Texans as they'll try for 2. Back to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So with 40 seconds left, we'll see the onside kick. If they've ever needed one to go their way, it's now. And the Chiefs have got it. And with that, they should have a victory as well. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Only a yard on the pickup. So from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. So
the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for the Chiefs, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Houston, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.